Hey everyone, Jared Couture here from Kung Fu Music Lessons in Two Cities, One World. And I'm going to be doing a free workshop this coming Sunday on music vocabulary with my music theory puzzles book, all right? So we're going to be learning how to spell intervals, chords, and scales correctly. If you do these puzzles in this book, you will know how to spell this stuff correctly forever for the rest of your life, I promise. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the puzzles inside. All right, so this book is filled with puzzles for different types of chords, and it kind of looks like Sudoku. Now, this book is really for anyone studying music. First off, any music teacher should have this to help their students. Any music student should have this to train. And really, any musician should just use this to kind of tune their brain up and play around and look at things in different ways. But let's go ahead and try some of these out, all right? So for example, we're going to jump to major seventh chords. So this is how these puzzles work. Basically, you have a fixed note, and in this box, you see there's an A letter. Now, the A never changes. We have to make sure this stays exactly the note it is and build the chord around it. So for example, on the top, so we work out one row at a time. On the top here, we have the root, third, fifth, and the seventh. That's what we need to fill in. On this row, the root is already there. So we need to say, all right, what's the third, fifth, and seventh? Well, we got C sharp is the third, E is the 5, and G sharp is the 7. Now A is the third of F. A, C, E is an F major 7 chord. A is the fifth of a D major 7 chord. D, F sharp, A, C sharp. A is the seventh of a B flat major 7. For example, so we just filled out our very first box, and now they all change. Doing the whole page of this will give you every single possibility, and there's actually 5 possibilities for every single note, because every note could be, for example, A sharp, A double sharp, or A natural, A flat, A double flat. So when it comes to spelling, the main thing you have to know is that the letter must match the number. Now, there's different theories and ways to get to the correct answer, and in this book I lay all of them out if you don't already know theory. For example, one way you could look at it is like this, to create a major 7th chord. So first we need to understand intervals when it comes to notes. First step is intervals, which is in the beginning of this book. We skipped ahead for these examples, but we have a root. From there we go a major third up to the third, which is 4 half steps. From the third to get to the fifth is 3 half steps, a minor third. And from the fifth to get to the major 7th is again a major third interval, which is 4 half steps. So if you follow this formula exact, you should be able to get all of these correct. And the other thing to know is the letter always matches the number. You have to drill that into your head. Say this with me. The letter must match the number. The letter must match the number. What does that mean? Well, we need a third, fifth, and a seventh. So without thinking, I could just write B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Those are for sure the right letters, but it's got to be D sharp because it's a major third, not D natural, which would be a minor third, for example. And it has to be F sharp, which is a perfect fifth away from B, or a minor third away from D sharp. And then it needs to be another A sharp, which is a major 7th away from B, or a major third away from the 5. So there's different ways to think about it to get there. But for example, the letter must match the number. See, I didn't write B, and then I could have wrote E flat, which is the same thing as D sharp, but that's not the correct answer because B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's some kind of a fourth. So B to E is always some kind of a fourth. Could be B to E, E flat, E double flat, E sharp, E double sharp. Every note has 5 possibilities, 5 versions of itself. But anyway, here are some quick examples, and join the free workshop. We're going to be filling out full pages, and the goal is to be able to do this stuff in 2 minutes once you know it. And trust me, it's not as easy as it looks to all the pros and music teachers out there. I had a music teacher tell me they thought it was so easy once, and I said, okay, do it in 2 minutes like I can do, because I can do it. I made the book, right? And he said, okay, and after 10 minutes went by and he was on the 5th box, we kind of laughed about it and things changed. But if you work with it often, it becomes extremely fast. So you want to know how to spell this stuff correctly, all right? Join my free workshop this coming Sunday. Let's check this out. I've had a few amazing people. This is just a test book, but I've had a few amazing people write for me here. So we got Russell Ferrante of the Yellow Jackets, one of the coolest fusion bands in the world right here. He says, this ingenious book is a serious brain tune-up for both beginning and advanced musicians. It's rigorous, yet fun and engaging, a must-have for all theory instruction. I agree, Russell. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for endorsing my book. You're one of the coolest, nicest people I've ever met. Dean Brown, one of the most famous jazz fusion guitarists of all, one of my main teachers. He said, music theory puzzles are a fun and effective way to help young musicians shore up their knowledge of chords and scales. It's like musical Sudoku. Even the beginner puzzles reveal some interesting relationships for advanced students to think about. Kudos, Jared. Thank you so much, Dean. I really appreciate you. You've been a major player in my game of life. I really appreciate you. Matthew Von Doren, one of my most important teachers. He also went to MI, and he's an incredible fusion and just musician and just a great musician composer. Thank you so much. He says, Jared has created an intense and fun way to get your theory chops up to a professional level. These puzzles will sharpen your mental skills to ninja-like level. No chord scale or arpeggio will be safe from your analysis. Thanks so much, Matthew. You have been also one of the most important players in my musical life, and I really appreciate you. All right, so join me this coming Sunday, August 20th, for a free Zoom workshop. We're going to be working online together, 12 p.m. Central Time, CST, or 8 p.m. Eastern European Time. Get this book on Amazon if you can. Otherwise, you can email me at kungfumusiclessons@gmail.com to get the PDF for a discounted rate. The class is free for anyone. You don't have to have the book to join. It will be $10 for the recording of the class. I will record it, send it to you so you can review. $10 for the recording if you are not currently a student of mine. If you are currently a student, the recording is free as well as the class. Hope to see you there. This is going to be really enlightening for music vocabulary. All right. See you guys very soon.